There's nobody who knows what you're going through. Tunaongea tu. To have lost your wife and your daughter at the same time. I'm not sure whether you can have that explanation unless you're going through yourself. And if you didn't love your wife, then love her even more because who you are now. And the stories about losing your wife and child and the circumstances are even more troubling. Our presence here is enough. We can say much, but we want you to see us because that's the only memory that you'll be left with. When you retire and all of us go, and the only thing that you'll be left with is the beautiful house you completed on behalf of Nelly and her grave. So, Waziri Choni, please, tutakutuma ukuwe a good neighbor. Kuna tutafuta huyu jamaa once in a while, ndio unaangalia anaendelea namna gani. When we were last here to discuss this matter, alituambia kwamba he could not speak for a week. Hakuzungumza for 1 full week, even to his own parents. So please don't underestimate what James is going through. It's a difficult task. And unfortunately, Moses, I can tell you, his supermarket was raided nearly at the same time as when he lost his wife. And I want to speak to that because it's unfortunate. Niliona watu wakihama na vitu zake, and he told us, na nyinyi wale watu wa Emali mko, watu wa Emali mmekuja? Mko hapa nyuma Now, the supermarket is raided during maandamano, vitu zikaenda, Nelia speaks the vitu zile ziko wote, and in a few hours the supermarket in Emali is running. Yani hakukata roho, akatoa stock from one shop to the other, na wale watu ambao Emali wakasema watakuja kuchoma ile kwa wote, hiyo tukazuia. Let me say why peace is important. And I want to explain because it is in this region. Hapa kwa barabara, there is an investment of 400 million shillings. It is called the Superstore, ambayo nilikuwa nifungue last Tuesday. It is the first superstore in Kenya on a highway, ambayo iko na msikiti, iko na kanisa, iko na kila kitu, iko hapa juu. 400 million shillings. Hapa pia kuna damu ambazo zimechimbwa na marafiki zetu. Moja inaitwa Chief Kiamba, Chiama ndio huyu Major, is 21 million shillings. Kwa hapo tu. Hapa Sultan, we have got a friend, alitutolea maji imechimbwa kwa shule, is distributing that water to 15 water points in Sultan. Pale juu, mahali ambao kulikufa watu 9, Mwatinene, there's yet another borehole there, 30 cubic meters. Is being distributed to 14 water points. What am I saying? We are lucky that we have people who care for us, and we show that we don't care for our own things. Why do you think they will care for us? Yeah? What are moka? Maka kendo mubevye emakoka. So nataka niwashukuru watu wa hapa area ya Kilomena Kaskeo because amkujaribu kuchoma kitu chochote. It would have been a sad thing for a business like this one that is here review. Ingekuwa picha mbaya sana. So ninawashukuru na tuombe familia na tuombe nchi. And let me tell you why the moments of this country saddened me. Today, Rachel should call me. She's running some schools. This afternoon, tunazika kijana wa grade 4 in a place called Kadholonge in Kadawa. Huyo kijana aliingia kwa basi ya shule, and a bullet, stray bullet from a high caliber rifle came through the bus into his head. Yes, a stray bullet. Huyo mtoto amekufa. Now what do we tell people like that? What do we say as a country? So, in as much as maybe I welcome peace and a grand coalition government, I am just left with questions. Did young children have to die for ODM to get seats? Did people have to be drowned so that we get people in government? I don't understand. Are politicians deaf, including myself, to the status of this country? I think when we speak about this country, let's be serious. Na wale hawasikii, wasikie, kwa sababu we could have silenced the young people with guns. But they will never forget that when they spoke to their parents, we turned to bullets to silence them. There is a place I really cherish called Parliament. And we believed Parliament was our grounds. I was very saddened that one child died outside the parliamentary gate. Alipigwa risasi tu kichwa. What was there still in Parliament? Na hapo hiyo ni mali ya wananchi. So we must tell this government, and I must say so, because if I don't say so, I will not sleep at night. You have let down the young people of this country. Because when you sleep at night, what do you tell them? Because the people you've picked to join government are not young people. Ni wazee. Ni wakongwe pia wengine. It's bad. So as Mzee, as we plead for you to join government, mukifungua zile iPad pale, and I pray for you to become a minister. Mukifungua hiyo iPad, may it flash the lives of those young people. Hizo ma iPad mnafungua kwa pavilion State House. Mnakumbuka Rex. So that any decision you make going forward, you must remember we didn't need to lose 50 young people for you to sit down. Why? Because our forefathers lost blood for us to get independence. Watu walikufa wengi. But let me ask you, good people, a question. 2007 watu wakufe tufanye grand coalition. 2013 or 2019 watu wengine wakufe tufanye handshake. Ingine munaita broad-based. How many people must lose lives for us to get sense into our heads? Moses Kuria. This is not fair. Kenyans have been taken for granted. And I hope we can find solutions. Because wale watu mimi nikiwa bunge, wale watu walipitisha madeni ni serikali ilikuwa inaitwa handshake. Si nilikuwa hapo. And I opposed the motion with 7 other gallant senators about increasing debt of this country. Na since grant hiyo nini handshake tulifanya hiyo kitu, sasa tutafute solution. You will sweat. Yes, the debt ceiling. But Moses Kuria and other people, including his classmates, have good ideas as to how we can deal with debt. So Moses Kuria, don't give up. Because the debt you have incurred in the government you served, both previous and present, is going to be paid by your great-great-grandchildren that are still in your loins. We don't find a solution. Either that or we auction a part of this country to the Chinese. So it's important, don't give up the solutions of how we can deal with debt. Because the problems of these young people is that you have transferred debt to them, yet they have nothing. And unazaliwa wewe, you are minus 30,000 shillings on the day you are born. It's a sad story. Na pesa ingine hiyo debt inaingia kwa mfuko wa wanaume. So James, we call upon you and we send you. This gentleman envisioned a coalition before. Na akanipigia simu huyu. The next person who picked that phone call was the Deputy President Rigathi. Akasema mkikataa kuchunga mwingine ataingia kwa serikali. Na ameshaingia. Basi kiumbane tu huko mbele. The most important thing for us is a peaceful country. Na nimewaelezea kwa nini. We have got many friends who want to help us. Nataka mfikirie, leo tumekuwa na kongamano ya magavana. Kwa sababu serikali imesema bilioni 20 lazima ziondolewe katika mpangilio wa pesa ambazo zitaenda kwa counties. Makueni is going to lose 400 and something million shillings. Na hizo si mshahara, hizo ni pesa za maendeleo. I'm still asking for the government to reconsider the position of deducting counties' money. The people who are going to raise mabango even bigger than the ones for Gen Zs, they are watu wakiumia. Na wataumia. Because where what will we do? Itabidi vitu zingine zifungwe. With less than 400 million in a budget of development, kila kitu inaweza kusimama. So let's pray for this country. Let's have peace, because it is that peace that will guarantee the people that we represent can get something home, can get medicine in hospitals, can get an ambulance that is functional, can get water, can get food, etc., etc. Mimi naombea amani. I'm a peaceful man, and I pray that we have peace, because even with a big car and without peace and food in your table, on your table in your house, ukinunua chakula na hakuna wale unajua. You can keep whatever you want in your house, but if your neighbor is not in peace, you are not in peace. Thank you, Bishop Chule, for taking us back to school on light. You've just reminded me of a pinhole camera, and your eye is like a pinhole camera that inverts the image. I wanted to be a priest, but I became a lawyer. And if I was a priest, I would have explained to my good friend James Moroka what it is about. As a lawyer, I was trying to ask the questions, why?